ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. It almost feels like good morning because I took me a good long nap, didn't I?
You did.
I don't know how long I slept for, but it feels like it was quite a while. How you doing today, guys? How you doing this evening?
Don't mind me, guys.
Press that red button right there. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. Nope, no, I'm talking to two people.
I'm just trying to get YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, they're rolling
on
in
the
here
laptop.
now. Yeah, you're first, John. How you doing, buddy? Well, I did a little video here a second ago, and I went on one heck of a rant. Yeah.
But the thing was, he's so long-winded, it's going to take forever for it to upload.
So it'll be on tomorrow.
So we decided, you know what? To heck with it. We'll just do it live.
Just do it live. We'll just do it live.
It's going to take me a minute because we're using my phone since the other one is uploading. So I'm trying to pull you guys up.
Got a few different rants I want to go on, and that one was about the FMCSA video we did. We still want to do another one here after a while. Not today, but coming soon. We'll let Miss G read the comments. I can kind of see them, and it's hard to see. Donnie said, "Love the penny hawk. It's awesome." And it's absolutely wonderful. I love that thing.
I think I've got it figured out for y'all. Good evening. Karen Napier says, "Good evening, G's and all."
Good evening,
Tamara
sweetheart.
says, "Good evening." Let's switch over to YouTube.
A lot of good evenings.
Texas Hillbilly says, "Howdy, G's."
A lot of good evenings. Here,
Texas Lady says, "Howdy to both of you." Debbie says, "Hello." Donnie says, "Love the penny." Oh, you read that. Love the penny hawk.
Deanna, we are in Wellsville, Kansas. We're waiting for our trailer to get loaded. Apparently it didn't get loaded this afternoon, so it should be ready in the morning.
Oh, goodness gracious. That's all I got to say.
I was sleeping out like a light. Miss G's, she was up watching TV.
I woke up because someone owled me in the face.
TT, what'd you do that for?
I seen Lance Ledbetter of Washington State.
From Washington State, Mr. Lance Ledbetter, my brother. Becky and Brody, defund the FMCSA. Problem solved. Easy enough, isn't it?
Seems like it's easy. We have Yosista in the house and Bub. What up, people?
Hola,
what up?
Hola.
Alright. Marianne says, "Good evening from cold Michigan. It's 40 here." I'll tell you what, I fed the dogs a little while ago, took them out to use the bathroom, and it was already chilly outside, and the sun hadn't been down too long.
Was a little bit nipply.
It was. Terry said, "Hi, G's. Catching you live. So sad what's happening the last few days. Pray for peace."
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about with Israel.
3 Chevy says, "Trailer's going to be loaded in the morning," and you believe them? It's not a food load.
Joe said, "Hey, G, did you give a message about the bridge in Cairo? It closed on the first. Closed the first.
You
and
did
is it
tell
going
us
to
about
reopen
that.
until October something? Scroll back down so I can see.
October 2nd next year.
Yeah, we
actually
went that way, and to make that left, there was a sign saying road closed. I said, yeah, Joe was right. So we just made that right and went a little bit out of route, and we got around it. But thanks for the heads up.
We have Mook in the house too. What? Frank Griffin says, "Hi, kids."
Frank, what's going on, bro?
The dancing truck driver. Hey, Mook.
Where's that at?
Right there.
Oh, I thought maybe it was the dancing trucker.
It's Frank. Just said, "Good evening, G's." Well, good evening. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, "Hi, guys. I got my keychain. Hope all is well with you."
Good.
Doing good.
You know,
that's
awesome. One thing on here, I think with Prism, you can't bring people on live with you, can you?
I don't think so. I don't think there's a way to do that. So, yeah, I have not tried doing that yet, so I don't think there is a way to do it.
I was just curious. We can only do that in like StreamYard.
Yeah, so
Juan says, "Hey G, did you get my email about a GoFundMe?" Juan, I did see that. Those pictures were horrible, brother. I just don't do GoFundMes, and there's a couple reasons why I don't do GoFundMes. Number one reason why I don't is because GoFundMe takes quite a bit of a percentage out of it. I don't trust GoFundMes. And number two reason is, if you would see how many messages I get, and heartbreaking messages at that, of people wanting me to do GoFundMes for them. If I did GoFundMe for one, I'd have to do it for all. And my page would wind up being nothing but GoFundMes. And my heart breaks for you. My heart breaks for it, about it. And I can pray. But brother, I mean, you forgive me, but I don't do GoFundMes.
JJ Jubber says, Mrs. G, I have a surprise for Trucker G. It will be delivered tomorrow to the house.
We'll have to wait till we get home, JJ.
I'll have
Thank
Laylee
you,
keep an eye out for it, sweetheart. Thank you.
Somebody said, what's on the back of your shirt, Trucker G? A picture of a truck, and no, I'm not showing it because it just might be a pants optional kind of night.
Joe Higgs says, no problem, tried to warn you sooner.
No, we were still good. It was still the fastest route that we needed to take, and no big deal. I know I had a plan B option for going that direction.
Edgar Nunez says, it was nice meeting you, G.
Yeah, you also. And if you have any more questions, Edgar, like I said earlier when we spoke on the phone, holler at me. I'll get with you. A lot of you know that if you got any questions about trucking, I usually like to handle it on the phone. It's a whole lot easier for me just to make that phone call than to sit there and try to type. I'm horrible when it comes to texting.
John Diller says, trying again. Good evening, G's, pups, and force. Well, good evening. Rodrigo says, hi, greetings from Ecuador.
And greetings to you.
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to do this. I'm not used to doing it on the laptop. Patty Little says, hello from Michigan. Have missed you guys. Stay safe. John Diller says, praying for Israel and our own country.
Yeah. Max, Valerie, how you doing? The thing is yeah, I'm praying for them also, but it just sounds to be, and I'm not big on world affairs or nothing like that, and I might be talking out of place, or we can't afford to fund any more wars. We can't afford to fund Ukraine. We can't afford to fund Israel. I know back when, who was it? Bush said, we got to fight them over there so we don't have to fight them over here. But we got homeless veterans dying and sleeping in the street. We have homeless people that we could be helping here. We got people that are struggling to put a box of macaroni and cheese on the table here. Where I come from, you got to help yourself before you can help others. And we have so many here that we need to help. It's just my 2 cents on it. I mean, hate me if you'd like, but that's just kind of how I see it. You know, if we get our own house and affairs in order, then maybe we can start helping these other places, which we do it anyway. Our government does it anyway. But maybe we'll actually be able to afford to help these other places after we help the ones here.
Sorry, guys. While G was talking, I stumbled upon a way so that I've got a split screen so I can see comments on both sides now. Good Counselor says, hello, G's and G-Force family. Well, hello, sweetheart. Loretta says, hello, G's. Sue McGee says, I agree, Mr. G. Darlene says, America first, always. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, have you heard from IGG and his mom? Oh, I think you're talking about Little G Gonzalez.
Oh, Ruth had made a comment the other day.
Yeah, I seen that she's been active on the G-Force family page
Trent
too.
Says, still some G-spot on the shelf. I need to cook more. Matter of fact, we went to Harder House there in Stratford the other day when we got home, because we had to get a few groceries, and we were checking it out, and they're about sold out of G-spot.
There was
about
6 bottles.
6 bottles left on the shelf. So if you're in the Stratford, Missouri area, they ain't got many left, and they got it for a great price.
Anthony Bruner says, you're exactly 110% right, Mr. G. John Sahady says,
Max says, well, if you were mad at us, that'll be fine. And then I'm not mad at you, Max. Maybe I got lost somewhere.
Sorry, honey, I haven't been able to hit the comments. I'm used to having my phone in my hand and being able
to do it a different way.
And so like I said, I stumbled upon where I've got a split screen now that's got Facebook comments and YouTube comments. So let's hope that makes the process a little bit easier.
We got 3 or 4 phones that we try to juggle all this on.
Max says, so you don't care if somebody is handicapped or... Max...
I don't know.
Max says, oh, so somebody wants to walk again instead of being in a wheelchair. I'm not sure the circumstances.
Yeah, sure,
like I said, I didn't catch all the comments because I was trying to bounce back and forth from 2 different screens. Again, I do apologize. John Sahadi says, keep your hands out from under the blanket. JJ said, did you see the video I sent on your messenger page, Mrs. G? Yes. And we were actually talking about on that same live that you asked me if I had seen it that day. But I looked at it the next morning. It was the house that had the pretend flames for Halloween that they actually called the firefighters.
Max is mad about something, but Max, I really don't know what you're mad about, brother. I mean, I'm at a loss, man.
Big D says other countries should help themselves. U.S. is struggling just like others.
Well, I mean, look at the debt we're in. Look at the deficit we have. We're borrowing from China. We owe money to other countries ourselves. And okay, let's just kind of put it in family relations. Okay, I loan $5,000 to cousin Charlie. Okay, cousin Charlie and cousin.
Just an example.
Cousin, if you're seeing this, yeah, you don't owe me $5,000. But I loan $5,000 to cousin Charlie. Okay, I give to cousin Charlie my $5,000, and what's he going to do? He loans it to. He goes and starts loaning money to somebody else. Is that right? When you're loaning money after you just borrowed money, just because. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have the money to be putting out there.
Exactly.
Gonna learn how to cook steak. Hopefully, after I ruin the G spot will make it better.
Taste better.
We were just trying to get a donate. Max says we were just trying to get a donation. Max,
I'm not
don't
sure.
know if I seen your comment or nothing. If you're trying to get a donation, if you're trying to get a donation out of me right now, I'm gonna tell you right now. Right now, it's not the good time to get a donation out of me because I'm hurting just as much as anybody else right now.
And as for Trench, someone actually taught me how to cook steaks, and it wasn't G. He said just kind of got to judge it by the feel of your hand. This is rare, this is medium, and this is well.
Or you could just temp it.
Yeah, or you can temp it.
For a wheelchair. That's what I asked him.
She's going to be in a wheelchair, my wife.
Max kind of upsets me because I used to have a brand new wheelchair and I would have just gave it to you. But we ended up getting rid of it.
Yeah, because it was G's grandma's wheelchair. And we just had it in the attic collecting dust.
Where you at, Max? Maybe you live in an area where somebody else has a wheelchair and they'll be able to donate one for you. So mention where you're at.
Sumiki says, upstate New York, the house with flames. That was crazy. Fire department showed up, all Halloween, glowing orange in the house. That's what JJ sent me the video of.
I was telling Mrs. G about that.
Big D says, Max, you begging way too much. Go start something to get donations going on your own page. No, Max is trying to see, if
he's just trying to get a wheelchair for his wife. And I understand that.
We completely understand
that. But don't be mad at me because I
didn't see your comment and everything. Or we forgot if you mentioned it before. We do apologize. Joe Hicks says, could happen anywhere between Cuba and St. Louis. And then there it is. Joe Hicks says, okay, I have a motive for trying to warn you about the bridge. I was hoping you would come up 44 because you guys are going to
go around the
laugh your asses off and know it's me when you hear what I'm going to say over the CB. Could happen anywhere between Cuba and St. Louis. Hey, Tara. Dave Newland says, been harvesting corn. Hey, you two. Well, hello. You've been busy.
Ruthie said try a Legion for a wheelchair. And there you go.
Where did you see her?
It'd be worth a try.
And actually, with G's grandma, I was able to get her wheelchair through Medicare. They actually paid for it.
Yeah.
So maybe if I don't know your ages or anything like that, but check and see if maybe that's a possibility. Amber Rose says, check local Goodwill stores. Try a buy-sell site in your local area. Medicare and Medicaid will buy a wheelchair if you qualify for that. Also check with a local nursing home or hospital.
Max says trying to help get a donation instead of having to go to a nursing home or hospital. Call the nursing homes. A lot of times they actually have resources too,
and they
to
can
send you
help
towards that where you can get help.
And then, like Amber Rose was saying too, I didn't realize Medicaid did it too. I knew Medicare did, but check those two avenues as well.
Colleen says like that, but I'll try VFW. Also, they have wheelchairs. Yeah, and there's different avenues you can try. And like I said, call them the nursing home. I'm not saying call the nursing home because that's where you need to go. Call them because they do actually have numbers.
They can give you more information.
Different organizations that help out in this kind of thing.
Max says you are close to us. Okay, but the thing is, we don't have the wheelchair anymore, unfortunately.
And Max, I don't know where you're at, buddy, and I don't have, like I said, I don't have it anymore.
Let's see. Stephanie says Salvation Army might have wheelchairs.
And it's worth a try.
These are different sources that everyone is trying to give you in order to see if we can help you get a wheelchair.
Max said we had a chance to meet face to face, but you didn't. I didn't what, Max?
Amber Rose says oftentimes yard sales have them even. Yeah, I didn't think about that. But now that we're going into the cooler part of the year, I think there's a lot less yard sales.
You're on, I think was Max on Facebook or YouTube? Max, try going on to Facebook on some of your local yard sale sites and tell people what you're needing and what you're looking for. A lot of times,
that someone might have one that
just give it to you.
That they're no longer using.
I know if I had the wheelchair in my garage still, and I'd seen somebody write on there, "Hey, I'm really in need of a wheelchair." Yes. I wouldn't have sold it to them. I'd have just went there and delivered and gave it to them.
Jen says, "Hey family, what did I miss?"
Max says, "Okay, well that's fine. I'm watching your life."
I think maybe I'm watching your life.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. What?
You stabbed me in the arm.
I was scratching my beard.
Caden says, when you all coming back to Hagerstown, Maryland?
I'm not sure. We got this load here, and it's going to Georgia, and more than likely from Georgia we'll pick up another load coming back here to Edgerton.
Jen said, Max, where do you live? In a lot of places, there are organizations that have donated items. I'll help you look. Thank you, Jen. Awesome. Johnson Haiti says, local buy nothing Facebook pages for your area. Paul Lee says Walmart has wheelchairs.
Where there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way.
Karen Napier said churches have loaner programs. There you go.
Great idea, Karen. Great idea.
Thank you, Karen.
I didn't even think about that.
See, everyone is a wealth of knowledge.
Don't get upset on here. Best thing to do is just come on here and ask, because there's so many people out there. Whether they can't give you the funds or not, can give you all different kinds of resources.
Avenues, yes. Amber says, Max and G's are on the road. It is difficult for them to help everyone. Please take some of our suggestions. I think you will be pleasantly surprised.
That's what I love about social media. I mean, social media in a lot of ways is
it's our village.
Well, no, in a lot of ways it's a bad thing. It tears people apart. But that's what I love about this page here.
It's our family.
Is I see so many people come together, and that's the beauty of social media. If you can't find nothing great about social media, I see it here every time I come on is the people come together and we've become a family. We have.
Cindy says, times are hard for everyone these days. Unfortunately, yes. I went to buy stuff to restock the truck so that we could leave out again.
Judy said, ask on Facebook, Pay It Forward. Yeah, because I know Pay It Forward does have I think they're in Minnesota, the one that I'm part of. And they do a lot of great things on there because I run across their posts every so often, and maybe there's a Pay It Forward type group in your area.
All right, Dr. Pepper Drinker, you have a great evening, sweetheart. Damon says, happy freedom. I hope both of you are doing well tonight. We are doing great, hon. Angie says, Trucker G and Mrs. G, hope you're all doing well. We are. It's good to see you, Angie.
I'm running that soda.
John Tahiti says, hospice. They might have some or know of places. Oops. I got to roll that back down so I can finish reading his comment. Know of some places that don't need them anymore.
Some resource, yeah.
And the same, that's like he was saying, that, you know, the nursing homes, they have access to hospice too. They can give you numbers and different avenues as well.
Laura, I don't know if it's an after dark, but it is pants optional.
Max says, while you were close to us, but Mr. and Mrs. G, but you had a load. I understand, but you were close to us. Do you remember?
Oh, I get you. Guys, just because I go through your area, and heck, I might be a mile from, or right next door to the truck stop that you live at. But if I'm under a load, I'm a truck driver. My number one concern is getting that load from point A to point B. I make a trip plan each day, and I don't always have time to stop. I mean, I'd love to stop, but I know what usually happens when I do stop is I'll sit there and talk and talk your ear off. And what I really hate to do is know that I'm in a time crunch, and the only thing I can do is stop and give you a hug, and I've got to go because I feel very rude when I do it. But sometimes that's the case, and I'm just not always able to stop. I mean, that's just trucking for you. I mean, I don't know how many times, and I'll give you a great for instance. I passed by my mom. My mom, she's passed away, and this was during while she was sick. There's been times where I've had to pass her house, and wasn't able to stop. Went right through Phoenix. It was early in the morning. I wasn't going to wake her up to go see her, but it killed me knowing I was driving right by her and wasn't able to stop.
Don Wheeler says, good evening, G's. Going into the hospital on Wednesday for another procedure to try to fix my heart. Say a prayer that it works.
We definitely will.
We will keep you in our prayers, sweetheart. And right here. Okay. Elizabeth Garrison says, Max, where are you at, my friend? Where are you at? My friend has a wheelchair.
Well, there you go.
And I think Max said Kokomo. Max Saunders says Kokomo. Max,
Kokomo, Indiana.
Exactly where are you located? Because I think we have someone on Facebook, one of the G-Force members, that their friend has a wheelchair.
My nose is whistling.
I know, I hear it. Darlene says, sure hope to buy y'all dinner soon. We love our G's.
And there's another, for instance, I mean, I passed, I don't know how many times I passed Darlene Chandler's place,
in Georgia,
and it's not always able to stop. There's been a couple times where we have been able to stop, but every time I go through there, I think, oh, Darlene's here. I wish we could make it happen, but it just doesn't happen. I think the last few times we passed through there, it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not calling Darlene. Darlene would say, no, call us.
She would.
But no. I'm not calling Darlene at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Max said he is in Kokomo, Indiana, sweetheart. Kim says, just curious, where in Grapevine did you pick up? I'm part of that logistics in that area, and there are a lot of us.
We're in Grapevine.
We're
Grapevine, Texas.
Oh.
We delivered there in Grapevine, and then we picked up at Stover's.
That's where it was.
We delivered at Grapevine and Stover, or we delivered in Grapevine, and then we had to run over to Corsicana, and we picked up at Stover's.
Laura says, going to see the Eagles and Steve Miller Band tomorrow night. Rock on, Laura.
She's a big
Have fun.
Steve Miller fan.
Yes. Love buggies.
After I introduced her to Steve Miller.
Says, usually hometowns have Facebook pages. I would ask there. You would be surprised at the people that are willing to help Max. John Diller says, exactly. The G's are not on a sightseeing trip. It's a job. Getting the freight to its destination.
I'm actually laughing at Darlene.
Because when she's probably saying, I'm awake most of the time, Mr. G. Remember that one night I didn't want to call her and she messaged me? I was like, is it okay to call you? She's like, yeah.
Jennifer Duck says, me too, Steve Miller.
Sally says, I missed you when you were at Flying J in Fryestown, PA. I'm only 15 minutes away. Hope to meet y'all soon.
And it can happen. And like I say all the time, guys, I'd love to meet you, meet all you guys. Sometimes this is not feasible with the job we're doing. But
hey, Melissa.
One of these days we are going to get to meet.
Yes, just not sure exactly when.
Yes.
Scott says,
heck,
hey,
I invited everybody to my house. I don't know how many times already.
And holidays are coming up again, guys. We got Thanksgiving and Christmas. Scott says, hey guys, I'm looking at a W990. I'll be pulling a flatbed. Just curious what kind of fuel mileage you're getting with yours.
8.3 miles to a gallon. And we'll do a video on that. I've been meaning to do another Air Dog video on that because we're actually doing really good on that. Have you already picked one out?
Amber Rose says, I took my brother in a wheelchair to see Steve Miller 5 years ago.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
Because I'm actually thinking about selling mine. Not that I want to, but I'm kind of scared right now, guys. And I'm just going to speak from the heart and be honest with you. I don't know if they're going to renew when
he has to go
physical.
Get his next physical.
Unless I get something done about this blood pressure.
Like, yeah, at the moment, we've got that window of time.
We're trying to look at our options. First option is me trying to get this blood pressure under control. Second option is it's not going to happen. I'm going to stroke out, and she hates when I get when I'm literal. But
he made me and Laylee cry yesterday, so it's all good. Jen says I'll be there.
Well, explain. Now you make me just sound like an ass. Explain.
Because no matter how it's presented, we all know in life there is death. We will eventually one day die. And it hurts when we hear him say...
I'm going to give more of a...
He was doing like a...
I was explaining to Laylee and to Laylee, we started this seasoning business, not for us, but we want to leave a legacy for Squish and Yoda, for our grandbabies.
And for the kids.
And that's where the whole thing is I'm not going to live forever. I'm dying. We're all dying. I just want to know when I go, one of two things are going to happen. The whole G-Spot seasoning business is going to die with me, or I'm actually going to have a legacy to leave my grandboys. And I'm usually pretty blunt and brutal and honest.
And instantaneous tears to the both of us.
Yeah.
So he's great at that. But, let's see. John Diller says, looking forward to the partial eclipse Saturday. Shameless plug.
I forgot to bring the dang binoculars.
We did too. Scott says, wow, that's awesome. I have.
You knew you forgot something. And didn't you tell me I know I forgot something?
Yeah, and I just couldn't. I thought I did really good this time, guys. I thought I nailed it. I spent the entire Sunday getting everything prepped and ready to go. It is this Saturday.
We might be all right, John, because with this load we're on,
slight possibility.
The way it usually works is we grab a load from here, and if we're going straight to Georgia, we're going to get a Georgia load coming back here, and that usually falls on usually ends up meaning we're going to go home for a 34-hour restart for the weekend. Yeah. So we might be okay.
There's no telling yet. It's too early in the game to figure that out yet. John Sahady says, you are telling it like it is, being real. I know, but,
It hurts something, and I don't mean to be.
It does. And then, with G and his family, they're very upfront about talking about the future and death and prep and everything like that. And my family growing up, that was something we never talked about, which was not a good thing.
You have to.
But you've seen, Dad he's been more forthcoming about talking about.
Well, I've talked to your dad about it too, though.
And I know that's what I'm saying. But it still stings, okay?
Your dad had a whole lot easier time talking to me about it than you guys.
Well, yeah. Tracy says, oops. I just lost it. Tracy says the eclipse is coming right over us on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Kama says eclipse. Where is it? Supposed to rain in central Illinois on Saturday. Anthony says, I hear my puppy friend snoring. That's Miss TT Marie.
If I had your truck and trailer, I got all your customers, I'd make it happen. Hopefully you could get someone to keep it going.
Lovebug says, my son is a trucker and was sweating about his blood pressure too. He somehow managed to get it under control. Amber Rose says, here's an idea. Mr. G needs to take up truck driving. I think she meant Mr.
Max
G.
says, so does she have an electric wheelchair? Max, we went from a wheelchair to an electric wheelchair.
I think he's asking the person that was on Facebook.
Oh.
Guys, okay, there it is.
Yeah, we've been staying pretty almost dedicated type route lately, John.
Ruthie says it's our Thanksgiving in Canada today.
Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. I did see that earlier and I forgot about it.
Heather says, stop. Pants optional tonight? They're always optional,
Maybe.
Okay.
Usually if I'm in this bunk, it's pants optional.
I've got to tell a story. And it is an after dark story.
Oh, about what happened?
Okay, so Ash, her friend, came over. You know, you guys seen the video where they brought us the Penny Hawk that the G4 member came together to get for us. Well, they...
Are you telling on me?
They left on Sunday to go explore Branson. I'm telling you. Are you
telling on me?
I'm telling. They left on Sunday to go explore Branson. I was in the process of cleaning out the G ride and told them bye and everything. And I thought, you know, after
Speaking of the devil, there's Ashley now.
There's Ash. I thought, I didn't realize after Branson they were coming back to the house to stay in the RV. Didn't know. So when I went to bed last night, I put the stairs up in the RV, locked it up, put the handle like against the door like you can do with an RV. When I woke up this morning, I went outside before we left to put some more stuff in the truck before we took the pups out, and the stairs were down.
Oh, you're not telling the story.
No, I'm telling that story too. And okay, so I'm like, am I going crazy? I know I put the steps up and I shut the rail on the door. And so I unlocked the door and I peeked my head in and the lights are on. I'm thinking there's someone in my RV. Someone in my RV. Why is there someone in my RV? And I didn't realize. I looked towards the bedroom, and yeah, there's the TVs on in our bedroom, and you could see figures in bed. And then I looked at the island, and I seen Ashley's keys. So I go inside. I said, "You didn't tell me that Ashley was coming back." He goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you." I said, "I'm freaking out, thinking I'm going crazy, and that there's someone squatting in the RV."
Tell the other part?
Well, on that same note, he wakes up, and everyone knows it's always naked time with him. So he wakes up early in the morning because he didn't want to turn the light on in our bathroom and wake me up. So he goes to the hallway bathroom, butt naked, tries to open the door. Luckily, it was locked.
Oh, I'm glad it was locked.
It's Ashley's boyfriend, Aaron, in there. Good thing he's like, "I'm in here," and she's like, "Oh no." He scurries back to the bedroom, butt naked.
If it was unlocked, I'd have just walked right in there, and I would have been in all my glory.
Oh yeah, thank goodness, Aaron, that you locked the door.
Moral of the story is, always make sure you lock the door at the bathroom when you're at G's house.
Yes, always. Patsy says, "I just want to say, praying for your son, that if he gets deployed, the Lord be with him and keep him safe."
I think we're going to be just fine.
Thank you, sweetheart. Ashley's laughing. Ash says, "At least it wasn't me in there." Yeah.
And that's what I told him. I was telling Miss G. I said, thank God it wasn't Ashley, and the door wasn't unlocked. I'd walked in there, and she would have thought I was some kind of pervert and trying to expose myself.
Love Buck says, "Love the G's, love you too." Yeah, yeah. I thought I was going crazy, and he's over there trying to show people him and his birthday.
I was just trying to keep from waking up at Mrs. G, because usually what happens if I get up, you go over to the bathroom door.
Because I sleep with my face to the bathroom door.
Yeah, she's always laying with her face right at the bathroom door.
Yeah.
So when you slide the barn door open and you flip that light switch on, the light's right there in her face, and I don't want to wake her up.
We have Warrior in the house.
What up? He's laughing.
He is. Heather says that is so funny.
And I'll tell you what, with my brother Warrior on here, door could have been unlocked. I could have walked in there naked, and he wouldn't have gave a damn. He said, "What do you need, a towel?"
He said, "I'll be done in a minute." Oh my goodness. Joseph says, "Hey G's, taking it one day at a time. Every day that my son is here is a good day." Yes, it is, sweetheart. Emery says, "I appreciate for all the hard work truck drivers do."
Ashley said he would have helped you shake.
Probably.
If I needed it, he would have.
Darling Chandler says, "Funny
nothing gay about it."
No.
Warrior, if he's just that kind of brother that it doesn't matter what you need, he's there to pitch.
He's a ride or die. Karen says, what kind of friends did I make with this family? Heather says, love you all. Much love, sweetheart. Colleen says, good evening, G's. Good evening. Well, hello, Matt. It's been a little while. Nah. Warrior says, that's white.
and I'm being serious for those that don't know Warrior. If Warrior had his very last hot dog and that's all he had to eat for the next for the next week, and I was hungry and I came over there, he'd give me the hot dog off his plate, even though that was all he had left to eat.
That's Warrior. Kama says, is little G being deployed? No.
No, he's already got his.
He's been stationed.
And he won't be going nowhere.
Barb Beaver says, hello, G's from Greencastle, PA. Prayers for a restful night's sleep and safe travels. God bless. Hey, Barb.
Well, it says, shake it like a salt shaker. Like a G-spot stick shaker.
It's Norman. Jen says, we do love Warrior. He's a big old cuddly teddy bear. Pam says, love it. I get a good laugh before bed. Thank you. Love you. Much love to you. Corey says, what up, Mr. and Mrs. G? Not a whole lot.
What up?
Angie said, hey, Ash and Jen. How are y'all? Ride Along Gang says, hello, y'all.
How you doing, Ride Along Gang? Matt Dale.
Jeff says, needed somewhere to hang his towel. Matt says, I would give any of my G's and G family the shirt off my back. I will do anything for my family. The G's till my last breath.
I was waiting for something to be on there, but
I know I started reading, but then I was kind of a little
she was proofreading a little bit.
Randall says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. G. What's up? Not a whole lot, sweetheart. Amber Rose says, Mrs. G, your hair looks nice tonight. New haircut? Nope, I actually did it.
She didn't mean Mr. G. I got me a little fuzz going on here.
Ride Along says, doing good here, G's. Sydney Chastain says, good evening, G's. Hope you had a good nap today. One of us definitely did. He had a great nap.
Ashley says, oh, yes, and the stairs are fixed.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. I knew they were fixed yesterday when I put them up because I didn't have problems shutting the door.
I fixed them. I just shoved them in there and slammed the door.
Yeah, that didn't work. It was a bad deal. Jeremy Kaiser says, definitely made my night. Oh, yeah. He's a mess. Matt says, LOL, haha, have to proofread my stuff. It's always after dark with me. Yes, it usually is. I don't even know. Right now, I know we made some more phone calls today and got some more replies concerning the truckers' holidays and getting even more super amped up to let people know some stuff, but I just got to put the kibosh on it for right now. But everything is coming together really good. We've already had some deliveries to stuff the stockings for the truckers.
I tell you what, we need the trucker holidays to come along because our kitchen is starting to look like a storage room.
It is.
We're coming along very well.
On stocking stuffers. So I'm pretty excited.
It's gonna be a good Christmas.
It is. The truckers are gonna be super excited. Let's see. Matt says, I mean, pants are optional, so take them off. LOL. Darlene Chandler says, y'all are the best.
You the best.
Laura says, have you all talked to Ruth Gonzalez? How's little G doing?
She was commenting the other day, and she didn't mention nothing about little G. I'm assuming he's doing good. Last I spoke to her, he was doing good.
Yeah.
And that wasn't too long ago.
Joe Hicks says, excuse me.
Jen says candy.
Yes, candy. Candy Jen. Jen is the candy hookup. Last year she hooked up the stockings because she was awesome and went after
Hold on.
Halloween.
Hey little girl, you got some candy.
Went after Halloween and she picked up all the chocolate candy that they had.
Hey little girl, you got some candy.
Joe Hicks says, I'd have been like, damn, ain't no wonder you got girls. Yo, done knock the balls off them with that LMFAO. John says, so nice try, Matt. Stuff is all in good fun. Ash said, everyone had a fantastic time. Sending you a second-hand thank you from the guys. Jen says, I'm Candy Tifa. Corey says, lots of positive vibes to you, Mr. G. Mook says, don't worry about the candy, Jen. Focus on the cookies.
She liked those Sam's cookies.
No, she's talking about the cookies that Jen and her mom made for the holiday, for Thanksgiving.
Okay. I remember those Sam's Club cookies she bought because I was really surprised that they were Sam's Club.
Yeah, those were good.
Because they were actually really good.
But I'm pretty sure...
I didn't get none of the ones that her and her mom made.
Yes, you did. Because you had a fit because there was 3 bags left and you only got a couple bags of them.
Yeah.
They had like three little cookies.
Now.
They were good
They
cookies.
were damn good.
They worked really hard on those.
Get away from my cookies.
Cindy Chase says, pinch me. I got the G's tonight. Clap, clap. Yeah, Mook's all about the cookies.
Mook can come over when the cookies are gone. How's that?
Matt says, Mr. G, reach over. Mr. G has a lollipop for you. LOL.
Michael Dunbar, is there any way we can donate for it? What's that, Michael?
If you're talking about the Truckers Holidays.
Oh, the Truckers Holidays.
I'm not seeing Michael on.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to send a donation.
Denise says, I would love to help with the Truckers Holidays, but I am having back surgery the day before Thanksgiving.
I totally get it.
Sweetheart, you just take care of you. And we'll keep you in our prayers for a smooth and speedy recovery. Well, TT.
Ashley said, accidentally deleted Aaron's comments.
Well, that was rude, Ash.
Well, might have to take that ridge from her.
Jen says,
hit her with it.
Mom probably won't be making cookies this year.
No,
they bought a house 15 minutes from me and will be moving around November 10th.
I get it.
Gotcha. Aaron's laughing. She said it was an accident. Sure it was. Sure it was.
There is no accident.
Nice try, Matt. Tom says, I got my new freezer and let's see. And I got it full with hams and turkeys, and now I've been getting all the gifts for the truckers and the veterans and the homeless.
Awesome.
And nursing homes for Christmas and Thanksgiving dinner too. That's awesome.
Matter of fact, since Mandy's on here, Mandy just here pretty soon I'm going to be having you and Laylee go and get turkeys.
Yes.
And we've got the 3 refrigerators, 3 freezers. Well, we're going to have to make room. We got the one in our kitchen, one in the laundry room,
but
and then we got the RV.
All 3 of them are full.
We're going to have to make room.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Either that or we're going to have to buy them closer to time and put them in the refrigerator and thaw.
Philip Moore says, Mama and I are in Rocky Mountain, Virginia. We was blessed today. We blew a tire on the trailer on I-85 and a service truck seen it happen and stopped and changed it for us with the spare tire that I carry on the trailer. That is awesome, sweetheart. I'm glad you guys are all right. Tell Mama I said hi. Cindy Chase says, hubby/mother-in-law tried to kill me over the weekend. Story. Had to winterize mother-in-law's camper. I went in, what a smell of eggs. Hubby says, turn on water. It was sewer backup. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, wow.
And it says more, but I don't know if I can click on it to see the more. Nope, that does not. That's not. It won't let me see the rest. Ash says, oh, I can think of a few. I don't know where that went.
Hold on, let me say that again.
Because it won't let me click on it, see? There's more to the story.
Probably wasn't a sewer back. It was probably a gray water tank backup. Is what I'm guessing. If it's coming from the shower, as they said.
No, she said it was the smell of eggs. Hubby says turn on the water. It's a sewer backup. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, okay. Well, they won't let me read the rest.
No, it won't. Laura says, when will you all be coming to Kentucky again? Close to me, anyways. I'm still looking forward to making you all dinner. I know, sweetheart, and we're not sure Tom Hale says, now I can't wait until my order of G-Spot seasoning and hot sauce gets here.
I think Layla got a bunch of orders filled and sent out. Remember, we got Columbus Day today, so she wasn't able to send some of the packages that she had. The
post office, so she'll be working on those tomorrow after she gets off of work. Philip says, she is saying hello back.
Gray water backup.
Gotcha. Amber Rose says, yep, great water. Darlene
but
says,
it still don't smell good.
No. Darlene says, I hear my baby snoring. Yes, Ms. T.T. Marie, she's over there tossing and turning. We're being too loud for her, apparently.
Well, matter of fact, it's getting a little later.
Cindy Shea says, hubby needed to put gas in the tank to start the camper. It dumped on ground all over camper and shoes. He came into the camper, PU. Then when he went to go home and put gas tank in car, dang peeps.
Guys, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. It's starting to get a little bit late, and I don't know what time they're going to have this load ready for us. I'm hoping it's early so we can get an early start. Fingers crossed. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed, y'all.
So we will see you later. Love you guys.
Right, guys.
And remember, we got that rant video coming sometime tomorrow as soon as we get it all downloaded.
And also, don't forget, we have the promo code TruckerG15 for 15% off on the website. And where's that?
TruckerGspot.com. Get you some.
All right, guys. Love y'all.
Guys.
Bye.
Dum, dum, dum.